This is the Pink Takeover here on Heart with me, Mark Wright. Pink, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. All the better for seeing and chatting to you. How's lockdown been?
Lockdown is interesting. It's fun with two littles. I got my kids at home and I love that. So I bake a lot of sourdough.
We've got a show here called Great British Bake Off. Have you heard of it?
I know. We watch it at home.
Please tell me you would be a part of that if you came over here and had the time.
If everybody wanted to take the piss out of me, absolutely. Those people are really good. I work off recipes. I don't do any of this from scratch.
Yeah, but you could have the recipe in your head, right?
No, I don't even recall lyrics anymore.
Do you know what? I love how you just said take the as well. When I was living in the States, in LA for 2 years, whenever I said that, they were like, what? What do you mean take the
I think the reason why I was way more popular in the UK than America for many, many years was that I think our sense of humor is the same. I don't think Americans get me all the time.
No, I'm sure they do. Did you find that you were bigger here at one point than the States?
Oh yeah,
really,
100%. I would tour Australia, the UK, and Germany basically, and those were like my places. And then I would do arenas, festivals, stadiums, you name it. And then I would go home and play like 200-seater clubs in America.
Fun fact. Okay,
I'm like a rash. I never go away.
You're never going to go away. Here to stay. Let's keep rhyming. Let's talk about your new single, which is fantastic, by the way. It is out on Friday. What is the concept from? What can you tell us about the song?
So I needed to write a song that sort of encapsulated my entire life. So no pressure. I've been obsessed with Benj and Justin Paul since The Greatest Showman came out. And then they also wrote Dear Evan Hansen, which is a Broadway show in New York. They also wrote La La Land.
Wow.
Always wanted to work with them. And I called them up and said, would you write the song of my life? So it was really hard to do, but I think we did it. And it's just sort of a letter to my daughter. It's a letter to Willow.
Wow.
And it's all I know so far.
Did it get you emotional, the fact that it's a song to Willow?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to try and do. I mean, try to put your life into 3 minutes, or in this case, 4.5. But yes, because I think it would be for any parent to try and, especially this is going to sound crazy, but we had COVID last year, very early in March, and it was really, really bad. And I rewrote my will, and I called my best friend and I said, because Jameson and I were really sick, and Carrie and Willow weren't. So, you know, at the point where I thought it was over for us, I called my best friend and I said, I just need you to tell Willow how much I loved her.
Was it that bad? Was it, Pink?
Yeah, it was really, really scary and really bad. And you, as a parent, you think about, you know, what am I leaving for my kid? What am I teaching them? And are they going to make it in this world, this crazy world that we live in now? And what do I need to tell them if this is the last time I ever get to tell them anything? And so that was kind of this song.
Wow. So you're always going to remember that was kind of why you wrote that song. That's never going to leave you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
So.
Now, later this month, Pink, on the 21st, we are going to get to see what?
My documentary that I didn't think I would ever make. It's called All I Know So Far. I wasn't sure for a really long time, why am I doing this? Why would anybody care? But it's very authentic. It's the least staged, sort of most authentic, I guess, music documentary I've seen in a long time.
Years ago, people like yourself or, you know, superstars wouldn't make shows like this, but it feels like this day and age, especially with Instagram and everything, we're letting each other in more.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, it depends on your style, I guess, because social media can be incredibly staged and, you know, we create these worlds for ourselves. And however, we do get to control the narrative and we do get to be as open as we want. And this is just taking that a little bit further. It's if people that come to the shows that already kind of love me and we're already in this love affair together, they get to see all the things that they have always wanted to see. What am I doing before I'm on that stage? What am I doing after? What's happening at 2 a.m.? Is it that hard? What does it look like with their kids? What's she really like? And then people that don't get me and that possibly will never get me will get to see what it looks like as a parent, as a businesswoman, as a human being making her way through the world in this huge capacity, playing these stadiums and still just being a human being and a parent.
So would you say, looking back at this tour, having your family there, your fans, traveling the world, the road to Wembley, a place that you love, the UK, was this one of the greatest times of your life, Pink, would you say?
I think for sure it will be. I think I can already say that before I have to look at it in hindsight. I mean, it's just bonkers. It's bonkers what I get to do. I mean, these are the good old days, right? And I'm in them right now. And one day my kids will not want to be around me, and you know, I'll look very different in a leotard. And yeah, it's an interesting question too that I think the documentary poses, which is, can a woman have it all? Can you have it all? Can you work? Can you be a mom? Can you follow your dreams? Can you be a partner to somebody? What does it mean in 2021 anyway to have it all? What is all? It's funny, when I was growing up, my parents were always like, no, you can't drop out of school and be a musician. What the hell are you talking about? You need an education to fall back on, and you got to go to college, and you got to do this. And it's all bull.
Yeah.
It's especially now, it's like, dude, create the world that you want to live in. And I think younger kids are doing that too, like millennials and younger. They've changed the game for the whole world. They're like, no, I don't actually want to work that hard. I want to do this. I want to create a life for myself. I want to make beer and pickle. Rad. Yeah. Go do that then. That's awesome.
Does any of this career phase the kids? Do they get it? Do they get who their mother is?
Not at all. And even with Cover Me in Sunshine, I think a week or two ago, I said, Willow, you have a #1 song in the Netherlands. And she was like, what is that? What city is that? I was like, that's Amsterdam. It's one of our favorite cities in the world. She's like, that's cool. Can I watch Avatar?
Yeah.
Like, sure. Go ahead. But no, all they know is that it's okay to be weird. And so I've done my job so far.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Oh, well, it's amazing.
That's all they know so far. See what I did there?
I know. I saw exactly what you did. You did there. Of course, it's directed by Michael Gracie, who made The Greatest Showman, as you've already touched on. Now, it's a film you love, and it's a film we all love. Little question for me. If they was to do The Greatest Showman 2 and Hugh was to step down, would you play the role?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would love to see that.
You and I have actually spoken about that.
Oh, really? Is he
No, not for real. I saw him at the Brits, and when he performed. Was it the Brits? It was the Brits.
Yeah, it was the Brits.
Yeah, and he's the sweetest man in the world. He was like, I feel like, you know, I'm the greatest showman, but I'm standing in the room with the real greatest showman. I was like, you're adorable.
Well, listen, if he steps down, you're in, and I'm sure he'll be happy to let that happen. As well as the brand new documentary, Pink, you've also got your new album called All I Know So Far Set List. What can we look forward to?
I've never made a live album. I always said I was never going to do a greatest hits, which I did. I was never going to make a Christmas album, which I'm still probably not. And I was never going to do a live album because the energy is there. It's like it's in the sweat. But when the documentary came out and I realized, dude, this is, you actually can capture the energy like the old days on vinyl. And so, and plus, not a lot of people have heard all those awesome covers that we do.
Yeah.
Like, we nailed Bohemian Rhapsody, and that was years ago. Queen is one of my favorite bands, but it's a fun, it makes you feel good. At the end of the day, I'll put out anything that makes people feel good, and it makes me feel good listening to it. So that's what it is. It's live, plus the 2 new songs, plus all these just cool covers.
And we spoke about it before, but Willow's song is on the album, right?
Willow.
What made you put? Would you think on your next album there could be 2 or 3 of Willow's songs that you will produce and record at home?
I will certainly have produced them. She wants to be an interior designer and a ski instructor and a hiking guide and live close to Disneyland. She's not thinking about being a singer, but I love the song and I love her on it, and she's super sweet. She could care less, but I love it.
Yeah, it's a great song. Pink, what's for you next? What can we expect to look forward to next?
I'm just really walking that line between sanity and insanity. And I think I'm doing a really, really good job. I don't ever know what's going to happen. I don't have plans. I'd like to go on tour. I miss my crew.
Yeah, that's what I miss. I know you spoke about sweat before, but when I watched the Wembley bit on your documentary, all those crowds tight
germs.
together, sweating and cheering.
All those shared germs.
Next time you might
miss it
jump in
so
the
much.
crowd just to get the germs.
I just want to play Tetris with all of our bodies. I miss it so much.
Pink, before we go, I'm going to raise a glass to you. Thank you for being on this Bank Holiday show.
Good one.
And thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
This is Heart.